Inside technique. The Giants play the Eagles tomorrow. Just so you know, it's today. Let's get this motherfucker cracking.
Roll, go, slutty boy, go. We do it with it, and we be
Then you.
Remember back on Benny Roll, remember back on Benny Roll. When dice is selling cold, dice is selling cold. And what we do is we get way more high, way more fly. You remember back on Benny Roll, remember back on Benny Roll. We fucking hoes and stealing clothes, fucking hoes and stealing clothes. And what we do is we get way more high, way more fly. On my rip, me and my clip just hit the roof and crit. Swag on ridiculous, so you see who them groupies with. Flying if I'm lying, we do this shit all the time. Come from a life of crime, lot of money on my mind, so I should go cop a couple cups of O and rush the dro. Re-up at the sun, the cold and crush the block like what you know.
Today is a day of jubilation and celebration. I know there's a lot of bullshit going on in the world, and we'll get to that. And you know, the last couple episodes been heavy, but unfortunately, this episode probably gonna have to be heavy too. But we will start off with celebrations because the blue-eyed bandit himself has fucking returned to the game. Lil Bibby is back, nigga. He's fucking back. That nigga took to Twitter yesterday and said, nigga, I'm coming the fuck back, nigga. And for y'all niggas who don't understand, this is a fucking holiday for niggas from the crib, from niggas from the Midwest. And it's just beautiful to have the light-skinned lion back out of the den going fucking crazy. So, in honor of fucking Bibby, I gotta remind y'all who the fuck that nigga is. Now, anyone that knows me knows that, like, I'm fucking real hip hop. Like, my whole life has been like super duper hip hop shit. So when that drill shit was popping off, I wasn't automatically drawn to it. I didn't really understand it. I mean, I understood it, but I didn't really like get it. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard kill shit, like, the only thing I could compare that shit to, or at least feel like the feeling was when old head niggas heard Shook One's Part 2. And from there, I was just automatically sucked in to Bibby, and then sucked into Herbo too, but just mainly Bibby, because this nigga looked like he was Puerto Rican. But the nigga had the voice of fucking Macho Man Randy Savage. Like, that's like a top 5 rap voice, man. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know how else to remind you that Bibby was the man other than to play his shit. So we gonna play some of that nigga shit.
Good, rich.
This that free crack.
I say I gotta keep my head above water. I've been going hard, gotta go a little harder. I've been thinking smart, gotta think a little smarter. All I know is hustle, get that shit regardless. I said I gotta keep my head above water. Catch me in the kitchen, I be whipping with the water. Family over niggas, blood thicker than water. All I know is hustle, get that shit regardless. Real hustler, I'ma get that shit regardless. I will not starve, bitch. Work hard, my palms itch. I seen some garbage that fucked up my conscience. Niggas, they talk shit, but these niggas harmless. I'm fresh up out that field. I swear this shit is real. I run up in the bank like bump for the bills. Remember as a kid, one shit up in the...
That nigga Bibby. So, to truly understand why Bibby's return to rap is so amazing, you'd have to understand first his exit. Bibby just stopped making rap music. Like, And mind you, that nigga is my age. Like, he's like 24, 25. And nigga just stopped making rap music like years ago. Now, normally when that happens, you would think, oh, the nigga done fell off, the nigga ain't got no money, this, that, or third. Wrong. Wrong, nigga. That's why you need to mind your business. Not only did this nigga transition to becoming an executive, he became arguably one of the most successful executives within music, because the person he managed, signed, and career that he oversaw was Juice WRLD's. Yeah, you heard that right. This nigga brought Juice WRLD into the world of rap, my nigga. That's some legendary shit. On top of that, he was already a legend within his own right throughout this drill shit. Like, to understand the drill moment within hip hop, like I was saying earlier, I wasn't like drawn to it immediately, but you can't help but to be drawn to it, especially as somebody from the Midwest. So, to understand that moment, you'd have to go back to the Midwest, probably around like 2010, 2011, like right after the recession, post-recession time. Now, I don't really know too much about Chicago. Like, in the Midwest, everybody is related somehow, some way. But I don't really know too much about Chicago, their industries, or how them niggas get their money. But I know before the recession, you might not have been like well off or whatever, but you had some type of like, somebody was getting money. Like, somebody was working at some factory within your family, and you was able to at least afford a pair of forces once or twice a month. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was getting something that you wanted. Post recession, after all the industries were stripped from us, it really turned into like a fucking wasteland. Like, things got really fucking bad, really violent, really quick. And we were angry. Like, the only way I can really describe drill music would be to look at the grunge scenes in the like early 90s and how those white kids in Washington or wherever like the Northeast were like just super fucked up and super mad. Like, that's how we were. We were super, super fucking angry. And the only way we could release ourselves was through music. Now, super Waka had everything on fire. Like, Waka Flocka had everything on fire. So a lot of the sound and a lot of the influence came from Waka. I'm not even going to stunt. And we took that and we molded that into something that was just so unique and so profound that niggas in London have pictures of Keith drawn on buildings and shit, because we just translated our pain through that music. And the big figures within that are the ones who stood the test of time to today. And Bibby was one of those figures. So to have him go on Twitter and say, yeah, me and Herbo, who is just like, what? They're about to give us the No Limitations album, hopefully. Hopefully they give us the No Limitations album. And I'm about to fucking flip my shit like the fucking 16-year-old, 15-year-old inside of me is doing fucking backflips. I'm so fucking excited, bro. Like, this is going to be a great time for us. Especially a great time in music. I feel like it's the perfect time for Bibby to show why he's so well respected just as a person, one. Two, as an executive. And three, to give himself a fair shake within the music industry, because without Herbo's rebrand as G Herbo and then Keith just like taking off and doing like his super artistic shit, like none of the drill rappers got a fair shake within the music industry. And I'm excited to see Bibby take the platform that he's already amassed as like just a urban legend and a street legend and turn that into some shit that's gonna be masterful, like on some Griselda shit. Like, I think he's really gonna be able to do that, and that's fucking exciting. Conversely, as that portion of the Midwest starts to get their life, my nigga Sada Baby found himself in some wild, wild drama like hot water. So, again, like, I'm not too fucking worried. Like, I hope all of this is prefaced with I'm not defending this nigga Sada Baby. What he said was wrong. He's too grown to be doing shit like that. But if you expected more from him, you're not being real with yourself. You remember when I said that drill scene started? When I said, like, what, 2010, 2011, around, really eclipse around 2013 is when y'all heard about it, but it was around 2010, 2011 for real. That's when them tweets are from Sada Baby. And guess where Sada Baby's from? The Midwest. So to really understand what was going on, you have to really understand the Midwest at that time. When kids are just mad angry. Like, we're mad angry. We're mad aggressive. We're mad hard to each other. Like, I know in Missouri, you don't get no motherfucking props. Like, niggas are not happy for you for any reason. Even if they fuck with you, they're just like, alright, nigga, do that shit again. Or suck my dick, like, fuck you, nigga. Like, and you just take that shit with stride and you just keep going. Or you fade the nigga. It is what it is. And I know that shit is the case around the region because these are angry kids. On top of that, y'all are just now being introduced to Sada Baby. And the way you were introduced to Sada Baby was through a very fucking techno funky beat, right? But listen to the lyrics. He's talking about killing someone. And that's pretty much what all of his songs are about. Killing someone. He's also makes very funny but offensive lyrics. Like he said, I won't hit a bitch, but I'll stomp a stud. That is hilarious. Also wrong. And also wild. So it's like, these are crazy things that this nigga says. So when you hear some tweets or see some tweets that are crazy, for some reason you think that that's not him, which doesn't make any sense. Or because at the end of the day, this nigga has been telling you through his music who he is and what he does. So just because you're now being introduced to him, it isn't going to change anything. It definitely doesn't change the fact that I'm proud of him. I'm definitely proud of the strides and the heights and success that Sada Baby has reached. I'm also proud of him for not getting pressed out, for saying, even though he said some wrong shit, but just not getting pressed out and standing on what he believes are his morals and what he believes he can say. And also extending some empathy and trying to show y'all niggas that not everybody is raised the way you want them to be raised. Not everybody moves the way you want them to be moving. As long as a nigga not raping nobody, yes, he made a joke about raping somebody, but does he really rape somebody? We don't know. But if he ain't got no rape charge against him, if he ain't got no real crimes against him, it's your decision whether you want to support him or not. You can't cancel somebody just because he says some shit you don't like. Just don't fuck with him. That's it. That's point blank and that's period. You don't have the authority over somebody's life to tell him what he should or should not say. But what you can do is control your dollar and control your support. And if other people decide they want to support that, that's fine. Back to the drill music Midwest grunge comparison. Who and what band is the trademark grunge band? The crown jewel of grunge. Nirvana. Nirvana has multiple songs that reference rape, but literally a whole song called Rape Me. You feel me? You see where I'm going with this? So if they were angsty and they were just saying some shit for some attention, because that's what was going on with their life, We were angsty in the Midwest, and we were saying shit for attention, and we were doing shit for attention. And a lot of times, we were taking it to the nth level for attention. You're like, oh, that nigga was 17, this nigga was that, this nigga... Bruh, I hate recency bias. Y'all niggas are new to this, bruh. Twitter in 2010, 2011... Shit, 2012 was probably like the last of the Mohicans. But Twitter around that time was fucking wild. There's literal gang wars that are still raging on to this day off of shit that were said on Twitter. Niggas would say some shit on Twitter to the wrong nigga, hours later be dead. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas would get on Twitter, say some shit they don't even fucking mean, and then right under that shit, a bitch is just showing her titties. Just Twitter after dark. Like, Twitter was a fucking wild place. It was literally one step up from a chat room. Like, barely a fucking social media site. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this recency bias is making y'all believe that Twitter has always been this PC and wholesome place, and it has not been. So at the end of the day, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and be like, why am I attacking this person? Because you know what else was happening in 2010, 2011, right when the drill scene was happening? Tyler, the Creator, was dropping F-bombs, and I'm not talking about fuck. Tyler, the Creator, was talking about killing his dad, calling Sid the kid a dyke, all types of crazy shit. But you allowed him to grow. You allowed him to morph. You allowed him to change. Y'all also fuck with Slim Shady. Slim Shady be talking about, used to talk about killing his baby mom, beating up his mother, spitting in her face, all types of crazy shit. He also made a song called Black Bitch. Literally, there's a song called Black Bitch by fucking Eminem. But y'all allowed him to grow. You allowed him to change. And then a lot of y'all niggas are coming from a space where it's like, oh, fuck this nigga, we gonna take our support back. The Barbs ain't fucking with that, woo 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 woo, cause y'all only introduced him through Nicki Minaj. And that's fine. Y'all can take back y'all support, but you gotta understand, Nicki Minaj, I'ma preface this with the birth and the miracle of life is a blessing. But Nicki Minaj laid down with a rapist to have that baby. Like, on paper, that nigga he can't be allowed in school zones. She also did a song with a snitch who is a rapist. You know what I'm saying? These are convicted rapists. Sada Baby only got one felony for a gun. Again, nothing he said is right. But the way that y'all reacting to it is wrong. I'm not defending this nigga. The nigga was wrong. But you gotta look yourself in the mirror and be like, why do I allow other people to grow? And it's because you see yourself in that person. You see yourself in a relatively affluent Tyler, the Creator, who is a weirdo, who likes to skateboard and things like that, and is also gay and embraces his sexuality, and it's just different. And you see yourself in that person. You see yourself as a white person or a white person in hip-hop. You see yourself in Slim Shady. You see yourself as a woman who loves hip-hop. You see yourself in Nicki Minaj. But for a nigga who's a member of the Bloods Street organization, professed member of the Blood Street organization, I'm not dry snitching, he professed that, from far deep east Detroit where they barely have fucking street lamps, with dreads, gold teeth, and a professed opioid addiction, who makes funky ass music, does the Pee Wee Herman, and is a fun-loving guy, you can't see yourself in that. Because you've never seen that before. And then you chastise people like me, or you chastise people from Detroit, you chastise people who've seen people like that, and just know that, like, oh, this nigga is not going to be politically correct. I'm not searching for this nigga to be an advocate for anything. I like his music, so I'm listening to his music. But I'm the wrong person now? Man, fuck that. You need to look at yourself and you need to understand why you feel that way. Why is one black person or one person able to move forward and another person isn't? You saw Drake in blackface all up and down your timeline. You allowed him to move on. Sada said some wrong shit. But with Sada's apology, he said some right shit. What was happening in 2012 would be what you consider trolling. And everybody was doing it. It didn't start with 6ix9ine. It didn't start with Lil Pump. Nigga, we've been trolling, we've been doing that shit. Nigga, Twitter was so fucking bad that I had to make a whole new account. And I wasn't even wildin'. So imagine the niggas who are really wildin' out there. You gotta put your shit in perspective. You gotta put life in perspective. You gotta understand that black people are not a monolith, but we're all one thing. Also, you can't pick and choose who the fuck you mad at. If you're gonna be mad at one person, be mad at all people. Or don't be mad at all. You can't have Doja Cat in your header and fuck around and listen to the Doja Cat Nicki Minaj remix and then get mad at Sada Baby. Like, you're being choosy here. And that's when you defeat your cause and you defeat your platform. Like, you become someone who's just not credible. And this is not like a bash session, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of times I listen back to some of my podcasts and a lot of it make it seem like I'm just like coming at niggas. So this is not a bash session, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn that same lesson. And I'm still learning that same lesson. To be honest, I learned and embraced and solidified that lesson again this week, but on a whole nother level, like a even more introspective and deeper level. Now, if you're not educated and hipped on what's happening in Nigeria with SARS and things like that, not the illness, the police unit, I implore you to take time out your day or pause this podcast at the 22-minute mark and go around and do your own research on what's happening out there. It's very important, and we should want everybody to be free. Now, I can be totally honest with y'all, and I'm going to be totally honest with y'all because that's all I've ever been. When I first heard that shit, I did not care. And I know that sounds crazy, but I gave 0 fucks. I was like, oh, this shit is happening in Nigeria. I don't care. Now, let me tell you why I don't care. I did not care. Because I care. But let me tell you why I didn't care. Nigga, because I got shit that's going on right now in the United States of America. Nigga, they still rioting in Portland. They still rioting in Wisconsin. Nigga, they got my homies in jail. And there's fucking coronaviruses and all types of shit. And these niggas are literally sleeping next to niggas with coronavirus. Fucking literally AIDS population is going, or AIDS infections is going up in jail. All types of shit is happening in jail right now. This is institutionalized slavery that's happening. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like a concept. Like, I can't focus at school if my home life ain't right. You know what I'm saying? I can't focus on what the fuck is going on in Nigeria if my house and home and niggas that I know personally ain't living right or getting that together. So, when they said that shit, I was like, nigga, that shit happening here too. They like, oh, they shaking the military on people. They shake the military on us every 2 or 3 years. Anytime a nigga die, we try to uprise. They stick the military on us. Just because it don't come in the form of a traditional military doesn't mean that's not the military. That is militarization. Our police units, officers, anyone associated with law enforcement has more guns than the average military. Like, it happens. This is America. Niggas are getting shot with rubber bullets and dying from concussions. Niggas getting shot in rubber bullets and dying and losing their eyes. Having internal bleeding. fucked up. Just because the bullets is rubber don't mean them bitches is hard. They keep saying non-lethal. Them bitches are lethal. Niggas are dying from that. That shit is happening right here around the corner from you. How the fuck can I care what's going on in Nigeria? That's what I'm thinking. But the luxury that I have as a black person is time. And what I've learned through life is to not just fucking run and try to just express the first thought that comes to your mind. Like, I've actually learned that from getting tattoos. Like, I just can't go get the fucking first tattoo that comes to my mind. Like, you gotta sit down there and think. So, I just sat with that thought. It's like, why do I feel that way? Well, I feel that way in my head. This is me talking to me. When them motherfucking African niggas, they always talking about we lazy, we slaves, we this, that, or the third. Nigga, fuck them. Nigga, I got shit I gotta do out here. My niggas is woo, 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 woo. And then I'm like, whoa. That's a colonized mindset. I'm taking on a colonized mindset. I'm over here thinking that, like, there's a difference between me and somebody in Nigeria. Only thing that's different is my niggas was either too fast or too slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, my motherfucking ancestors were either too good at their job that the fucking white people needed them, or they were too bad at their job and they got caught and the white people took them. That's the only difference. At the end of the day, we all come from, most of us, if you trace your shit back, you don't even need to do that ancestry shit. Just read a fucking book and use common sense. They weren't coming from the eastern shores of Africa and traveling around the bottom cape. No. We're all from the western shores and we got over here. So it's like, alright, these are my niggas. You know? And I can't go around and be like, defund the police, Black Lives Matter, and then not give a fuck about SARS. And not want to end that shit. Because, honestly, it takes the same mindset. It's the same problem that we're attacking. Black people are suffering everywhere. And injustice to one of us is injustice to all of us. You know what I'm saying? And I want everyone that looks like me to be free. So I can't pick and choose. Like, I can't be choosy. The same way you can't be choosy with who you cancel. You can't be choosy with who you let grow. I can't be choosy with who I want to be free. I want everyone to be free. So if you're not for the Africans here, and when I say the Africans here, I'm meaning the Africans that was born in Kansas City. The Africans that were born on the shores of America that are descendants of slaves. We are Africans. If you're not for the Africans here, then you can't be for the Africans in Africa. And that's speaking to all my niggas. I'm speaking to the Africans who feel some type of way about American blacks, and then the black people who feel some type of way about Africans. We all one. You know what I'm saying? We are all one space and part of this diasporic experience. And to not believe that is a colonized mindset. And it's a funny and tricky thing about slavery. Because slavery would have you believe that there's a difference. Because our whole existence in this country has been separated through differences. Like, we're in search of finding our own tribes. That's why we gangbang. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for that. You know, niggas need to find their tribe. But not every tribe is at war. But they would like you to believe that. Because when you come over here, if I were to talk the same language as another person, they would separate us or pin us against each other or force us to fight each other to the death. That's the shit they don't teach you. So it's like that ingrained mindset, of course, it's gonna impact us. We're descendants of slaves. I'm talking to my niggas in my niggas in America. We're descendants of slaves. Now, as far as my niggas in Africa, that colonized mindset lead you to believe that you're different from us. You're better than us. Or you're just different in any way. I don't know however way I'm not from I don't know the nuances that make y'all feel whatever. But that too is an extension of slavery. Because just because the British stopped slavery, they were using the same tools to build masters' houses in places like Nigeria. So those tools will have you to believe that you're not like them because you can't unify because you're not like them. That's wrong. That's wrong. There's a reason why Burna Boy is one of the biggest artists in the world. Because he builds his platform off of unity. It's the same shit he's been preaching about, teaching about his whole career. We're all one diasporic people. And we need to respect that and love that about ourselves. So yeah, I was fucking wrong. I can admit that. But at the end of the day, I'm standing for mines. I'm being around mines. And that's all of my niggas. This is for my niggas. Strictly for my niggas. That's the name of this pod. Normally I don't give y'all the name of this motherfucker because it just be coming to me. But that's what it is. It's strictly for my niggas. And I'm talking to all y'all. If y'all ain't really and ready for this revolution, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck where you from. I have the authority to talk to Africans the same way I have authority to talk to African Americans. We are all y'all all my niggas. I love all my niggas. Y'all all my brothers. Y'all all my sisters. I love all y'all. And you should want me to be free the same way you want to be free. Because I want you to be free the same way I want to be free. That being said, I'll send you an apology for even thinking that y'all different or for even thinking that I shouldn't give a fuck about how you feeling. I extend y'all apologies. But you don't embody that thought. Do as I say, not as I do. Because we are all growing. We are all evolving. And I grew and I evolved. The same way Sada can grow and Sada can evolve. The same way Tyler grew and Tyler can evolve. The same way Herbo and Bibby are growing and evolving. I love y'all, man. And we gonna get through this shit together. Now let me drop you off with some cool shit. Well, we at 30 minutes. We out of here. Now before I play this song, I want you to know this is like probably one of my favorite songs of 2020 because it's like the fucking black version of Pumped Up Kicks. Like I did not know what the fuck this song was about when I first heard it. It was just so fucking funky and groovy that I had to keep playing it over and over and over again. But hopefully y'all get it off as the straight rip and then the way that I set it up that this is about a riot. And it's about liberating yourself. And I know I be joking around a lot. When you see me, I'm hella smiling. I'm always trolling on Twitter. As a troll, it takes a troll to know one. That's why I'm fucking with Sada. But I'm a descendant of Black Panthers. I will always be that. And I'm going to hold it down for my niggas and my niggas around the world. So, again, enjoy this song. I love y'all. Stay safe out there. In SARS. This is for my niggas. Drop it off.
dying, that's the reason we are crying. We are crying, but we will never show fear, even